Easy digging or what, Jay?
Oh, this would be so much easier if you'd help and get off that camera. Holy.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho, H to the O-V. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho.
3, Jay.
Are you ready?
Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, ho. Not DOC, but similar to them letters. No one could do it better.
Forgot the laser this morning?
What's that?
You forgot the laser this morning?
We.
So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels and the necklace. Let me tell you dudes what I do to protect us. Shoot at you actors like movie directors. This ain't a movie, dog.
This time? Yeah. So back in 1990, I started a business that it was a lifelong dream. By the time I was 15 years old, I knew that I wanted to have some type of a business, but I just didn't know what it was. As I was growing up, just the way I was, how I worked and everything, by the time I was 16, maybe 17 years old, my father told me that I would never, ever make it in any type of a municipal or corporate job just by the way I worked and how much I loved the outdoors. So through him knowing somebody in a nursery, he got me a landscape job, and that's where it all started, and that was in the 80s. So by 1990, I started to fulfill the dream I always wanted to own a family business and started a landscape business. Funny part is it was the same year that I met Jody. So right from the beginning, she has always been here. She was going to college, and I started a landscape business. By about 98, we started receiving, 98, 99, we started receiving catalogs in the mail because we actually had those back then. And Greg was starting to just pound everything with information about ponds. He was going to be in a local market, fairly local, probably about 3 hours northwest of us in Rochester, and I went to see him, and it was infectious. Of course, everybody knows the same story. We all have it. So back in 99, we started with our first pond at our retail store. All the landscape stuff and everything that I've done over the years has never been as passionate as I was about water features, and I kind of just took to it. You know how something's a really good fit? Like a good shirt, pair of jeans, whatever you want to say. Water features just fit my personality and what I wanted to do. So as we progressed and just kept getting better and better, and there was a lot of classes out there then. We could go to Build a Pond Days. There was a lot of like Water Garden Excellence and all this different stuff that Aquascape was putting on that we were able to consume back at that time. So back in 2016, I won an Artist of the Year award. It's one of the most important things to me, and I was really, really honored to be elected for that. And everything just kind of evolved from there, because once you get that award does not mean that you stop getting better. It just actually pushes me more and more and more. As of today, Jason and Bob have been with us 13 years. Kyle's been with us 4 years. Nick has been here forever because he's had no choice. He grew up in the business as well as our other 2 kids did. But yes, and it's been a lot of fun for me. It's something that I'm super passionate about. At 56 years old, I don't see stopping anytime soon. We're continuing to push. We've worked all over the United States and out of the country also. And what's exciting for us is in November, we're going to be doing a recreation pond in Mexico City. So this is where it's evolved. It's just constantly moving, and it's always going to continue to grow. We did not get here alone, though. Over the years, I've had a lot of good guys. They've moved on to other things. But the group of guys that I have right now, it is just a lot of fun to work with us. Yes, it's hard at days, and it's not always easy to put up with me because I always want them to do better, and I want them to be better than me someday. So that's what's always constantly driving me. Now I'm at the next chapter where I want to teach the guys, I want them to learn, and someday I want them to push me to the side so that they can be the best that they can be. So the reason I wanted to do this video in this manner is I want you to get to know our crew. I want you to get to know Jack and Bob, Jason, Kyle, Nick, of course. I want you to get to know Jody Moore and Abby in the office. So my whole video here is dedicated to our crew.
I suppose. I'm Jody from Deckers, also known as Alan's wife of almost 30 years. Alan and I started dating while I was in college. I graduated an accounting degree, went into corporate world, had child number 1 and child number 2. And then when our second child was 2 years old, I left the corporate world and joined Alan's business full time. The business was growing. I was working 50, 60 hours in the accounting office, coming home, taking care of kids, going out to the office, doing his bookwork, taking care of all of that. And something had to give. It just got to the point where we couldn't roll like that anymore. We needed to hire someone full-time, our first office person, to take care of all the behind-the-scene things, and I was the person that could do it. So it made sense for me to leave my corporate job, which was a huge leap, considering I carried all the benefits and everything. It was a big risk for us, but it also gave me time to be around with the kids more when they were young and help the business grow. From there, we opened a retail store, ran that. 29 years, had tried a lot of different things in retail, and retail was fun. I enjoyed retail, I enjoyed the people, but it got to a point where at the end of the day, there was pieces of the business that were suffering because I was too busy selling algicide. And it was, I'm waiting on customers, taking 20 minutes trying to help them with their fittings, while meanwhile I had maintenance contracts I could be selling in the meantime. We decided to close the retail store, put our products online so we could still service our customers, and I could grow the maintenance side of the business. Along with that, I took care of all of the accounts payables, the accounts receivables, all the customer calls that come in. I talk to all of our customers every day when they call and handle service calls. I do all of the scheduling. Our maintenance has grown leaps and bounds now that I've been able to concentrate on it, which that was a focus, that we wanted to have that income that was guaranteed month after month after month. All while Alan was able to concentrate on growing the construction side. Being married for almost 30 years and in the business together, our motto is stay in your lane. That's just something we've always come back to, and there are times when it's really difficult. But when you cross into the other person's lane, it doesn't work out well. So we go back to staying in your lane. So after we closed the retail store, I hired Abby. Abby's my assistant. She's my right hand. She handles marketing. She's my go-between between the bookkeeper and me. She handles all of the maintenance, billing, a lot of project stuff that I'm able to hand off to her. Not sure what I would do without her. She's a great young mind who's very hungry and always looking for different ways for us to market, and it's nice just having someone with good ideas. And a big part of our growth, a huge part of our growth, is because we've invested in the team. We've built a team, and it hasn't been easy. We've had a lot of times where things are hard and it's a struggle. And at the end of the day, we just keep moving forward.
Thing ain't lie, I done came through the block and everything that's fly. I'm like Che Guevara with bling on, I'm complex. I never claimed I had wings on. See, I get my by any means on. Whenever there's a drought, get your umbrellas out, because that's when I brainstorm. You can blame Sean, but I ain't inventing the game. I just rolled the dice trying to get some change.
Hi, I'm Abby from Deckers Pondscapes. I have been here for a year. I am an administrative assistant in the office. I put together deposits. I scan the billings over to the bookkeeper. I handle maintenance contracts. I deal with any projects that Jody hands down to me. I check the mail. I enjoy the most about working here is the information that I've learned as I've been here. Some of the things are just things I would have never known that even existed if you don't work for a water feature company. What I find most interesting about the water feature industry is the creativeness that comes along with all the projects and how every project can be customized personally to whatever the person is looking for.
Probably should be up here, huh? Not at my waist. Hello, my name's Jason Marks. I've been with the company for 13 years. It's been a great 13 years here. Back when I started, I remember doing some smaller projects and whatnot, and I'll tell you, it's been great watching this company grow. Lately, we've been going to different states and doing jobs, which has really been cool. And then we're starting to get phone calls from different countries, which I think is awesome. I really do. Some of my favorite projects we've done through the years is one that we did in New Milford, Connecticut, like 3 years ago. And what I thought was really great about that project was when we showed up, it was just the side of a hill. And we went in and we created this flat area. We shelved it all out, and we built this recreation pond, and it was something to experience. We worked with steep hills. We worked with a rock in the project that we could not move. We had to work around, and we ended up incorporating that into the project. It was really cool. And then another project that I really enjoyed doing was one we finished a few weeks ago. We did it in the town of Glens Falls here in New York. What I really liked about that project, it was right in the middle of the city where everybody could see it. It was a 360 waterfalls. So wherever you walked around that thing, you could see it. And I think the greatest part I liked about that was that the community really loved it. And it wasn't just for like one person. Like you build a lot of these water features and they're right in somebody's backyard. And if you don't know that person, you're not related to them, you don't really get to see it. But I mean, anybody that's in the town of Glens Falls or the city of Glens Falls can walk around, see it, and enjoy it. That's why I really love working for this company, and I can't wait to see where the future brings us. Good for semen.
Oh my God.
Ready?
Yep, ready.
My name's Bob Grabowski, and I've been with Deckers 13 years. And when I first started at Deckers, I was on a construction crew, and a lot of times I did the landscape part of it. And as time went by, I started doing edges, and I was sort of like a closer, a finisher. And then I moved on to, in the last couple of years, I started doing maintenance and service work. And I find that interesting because it's, you know, the troubleshooting. You wear a lot of hats when you go to a job. Sometimes it's a Cabela's hat, sometimes you're doing water loss or water quality or pumps or plumbing. So you never know what you're going to get into. And I get to travel all over. We've got customers out of state. So it's really cool. I enjoy it.
Hey, I'm Kyle with Deckers Pondscapes, and I've been here 4 years, and I'm still terrible on camera. I've been here 4 years, and when I started this job, I had no idea what I was getting into. I was a forklift operator in a warehouse, and I knew that's not the career path I wanted to follow. I got a call back from Al and Jody to come in for an interview, and they decided to give me a chance, and I took that chance, and I've been running with it ever since. I started that season out during cleanouts, and I found enjoyment in that. And then Jason told me that we build 90% of the water features that we were servicing, and that kind of blew my mind. So I wanted to know more, and I needed to be a part of something like that. There's no sooner time I was on my first build, and it kind of got me hooked. I was in it for good type thing. I found what I loved doing. One of my favorite jobs to think about is a job that we did last year out in Massachusetts. It's one of this enormous wreck pond. And for me personally, it was one of my favorites because it was one of the first times that I was trusted and given the chance to kind of rock the pond how I seen it. And that kind of gave me the opportunity to really get a grasp on how and why we do certain things and place certain rocks the way we do. And it was just a really great opportunity to kind of kick me into overdrive and really give me that oomph that I needed to want to get to that next level and really strive to be that next level builder. And that's something I love about working here is we constantly always push each other or help one another to grow and strive to get to that next level. And it's a really special thing to be a part of.
We're here on Make Money Monday.
It's Make Money Monday!
I'm Jack with Deckers Pondscapes. I've been here this is my second year with them. It's just mostly a fun time to work. There's definitely work to be done, but when we're doing it, it's definitely, it may be work, but it's definitely not a lot of problems. You're not dreading it. You can go into work happy. You can, even if you are in a bad mood, there's always someone to cheer you up. Or got Jason. Jason's a clown. But we're always doing new projects. There's always something different going on. No project's the same. You got certain ones that be just running gravel and running soil, but then the next job I'll be doing mortar and like stonework. So it's really just you can do a bunch of different stuff. It's all different. Like I said, I'm never bored. It's always just like being able to do different things is really nice, to come into each day and be able to do multiple different things and not get just bored with the same thing. So I think one of my favorite projects would have to be Bregstein's. It was a massive rec pond. It's huge. It was a massive project, and we started out just bare bones liner, and it was just so awesome to go in each day and see the progress we can make, how far we can rock, and how each one of those days you just get farther and farther with the project, and barely even realize it by the end of the month or however that long it took us. Had put down, I think, like 70 ton of rock. It's crazy.
All right, everybody, this is Nick with Deckers Pondscapes. I've been with Deckers basically my whole life. I'm Alan and Jody's son. So what I do is a little bit of everything. I'm on jobs every day. I do office work a little bit here and there, stuff that my mother and father can hand off on me. That's the kind of stuff I do. I run errands. I'm all over doing stuff like that. I typically do maintenance on our trucks and our equipment. I'm in the shop often doing stuff like that. So what I like about what we do is it's very creative. You're doing something different every day. For example, in Glens Falls, we were doing our 360-degree waterfall. That was, we also had masonry work included in that, so we were doing that. I recently opened up a sister company to Deckers Pondscapes, which we are vertically integrating with Deckers Pondscapes, and that is landscape construction and light excavation stuff. So basically we do erosion control, paver patios, retaining walls, those type of outdoor living spaces, light excavation, drainage stuff, all stuff like that, right? Another thing that's really fun about what we do is we have a really good crew of guys right now. Like the days where it's Kyle, Jason, Bob, Jack, my father, me, we all just work very well together, but it's super fun because we're always just trying to become better and provide the best product that we can. So that being said, I cannot wait to keep moving with this company, keep growing, and just moving along with the group of guys that we got, and constantly pushing each other. It's really fun. We always have a good time. So I can't wait to see where it's going.
I got a hustler spirit, just period. Check out my hat, yo, peep the way I wear it. Check out my swag, yo, I walk like a ball player. No matter where you go, you are what you are, player. And you can try to change, but that's just the top layer. Man, you was who you was before you got here. Only God can judge me, so I'm gone. Either love me or leave me alone.